Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday evening or Sunday morning if you're on the other side of the world. Hope you're having a great weekend. And I'm just getting my desktop all set up here and we'll get into the readings. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome to the fam. We've got a great group of people with huge hearts and great senses of humor. So, welcome to the crew and we will get into the readings here. If you're wanting to know how the readings work or any of the things I offer, I have also a monthly giveaway. If you haven't looked into that yet, there's a link in the description box of the video or on my main page. There's the giveaway playlist. You can check the most recent video. It talks about the winners from October and how you can win in November. And it also has links to my pick a cards that I have a bunch out there as well, a bunch of free content. All right, so we are going to be using the Syrian Starseed Tarot again, as I mentioned in my previous sessions. I bought these cards a couple years ago, and I recently, probably in the last 6 months, I started asking my spirit guides more about their individual of who they were. And one of my spirit guides revealed themselves as a collective of the Syrian Starseed collective, but they have like a mini. They have like collectives within the big collective, and there's one called the Phoenix, evidently because that's them, and they are a fire element, and they roll over the energy of my life. So I love that they help me with that. And we're using the cards, the Syrian Starseed Tarot. So I'm excited for what they'll bring through here. So we will get started here. So we've got Nikitha. You will be up first here. Let me just make sure here. Apologies. Let me just make sure nothing disappeared here. Nope, it looks good. It just looks different because I have it spread out. Okay, good. All right. So, Nikitha, thank you for the hearts and the heart. And you want to know, do we see any great success in your career for the rest of 2023 for you? So, in 2023. All right. Sorry, cards are flying. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look. Why are they acting weird? Let me give these another shuffle here. Hey, Nikitha, hello. All right. Let's take a look here. So, what do we want to know about Nikitha's career for 2023? All right. So, these two. Happy Diwali! So, you do have a transformation here, endings and beginnings regarding your career. But you have the Three of Chalices, the Three of Cups, joy and celebration. So this does tell me that there is a change here with the death and the rebirth of your career. So there's something changing, something altering that brings you great joy. I don't see, they're not mentioning here. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you've got emotional choice coming in too. There's an important change here, an important relationship, business relationship that you form. And I just feel like, because I was asking about money, but I feel like there's this change, there's this movement that happens for you, and it takes you into some. It's like if it's a different company, you still move into a different position. If it's within the same company, you switch positions. That is something that just brings you joy instead of you feeling like, ugh, got to go to work today. You're super, super excited. And I like this ignition that comes in. But there is this partnership with the lovers card coming in here. Ah, very fun. So you definitely have this it's joyful, so it feels successful. I don't know if it's a change in money, though. I feel like it's more, because money can't buy happiness, right? Because you could be getting paid a large amount of money and hate going to work every day, but you can be moved into a position where equal pay, but have so much joy where you just are excited about it. And that's kind of energy I feel is there's this movement, but it's into a different type of work that is more in alignment with that makes your heart sing. So I like that. But that is what is coming in. So very positive, and I like it. But that's all they have right now for you, Nikitha. So enjoy that. Many blessings to you. Happy Diwali again. When I worked in the corporation that we were at, they had we had a lot of people when I worked in IT, we had a lot of people from India, and they would actually put on a Diwali celebration, and it was beautiful to see that part of the culture, because we don't really get to see it a whole lot here in the United States unless you're, you know, in somewhere like probably New York, LA, where there's a large group of, individuals. But it was beautiful. In a little small town here in Colorado, there was a large turnout, and we loved that. So many, many blessings and joy. All right. And Anita Abdul, thank you so much for your donation. I've been doing great. I hope you've been doing great. I'm gonna give you that donation some love here since I can. Hope you're doing well. And you want to know, will there be contact or communication with V in the future? All right, let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right, well, I do want those and those. Anything else? Yep. And we got to that one and that one. All right, good to hear. Good to hear. So let's see here. Will there be communication? All right, let's see what that's about and what this is about and what these are about. Oh, wow. All right. you know, there is possibility of communication in the future, but there is work to be done on their part. I just feel there's a lot going on here. You know, I have here, where do I start? Over here? Okay, over here. So we've got the 7 of flames, which is standing your ground, being who you are here. And we've got the chariot card here, which is movement and victory, but this is the power of choice card that comes in here, right? And let me move this over. There we go. I was missing half of my screen. I was awake over here. So, we do have this energy of the power of choice coming in. And there's a lot about, mental choice, emotional choice, energetic and physical choice that is being figured out. And I feel like here it's you standing true to yourself right here, standing your ground and you choosing for you, coming in with that. The reason why I was like, there's some work to be done because we have the 7 of pentacles, the 7 of crystals, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And so there is this, time, this period of time here. And we've got the tower. There is this movement, this thing, stuff needs to be removed out, space needs to be made. And I feel like this is both of your lives, but there is this, energy of things need to be removed, space needs to be, things need to be cleared to allow pathways to flow. So there's important stuff that has to happen here. And whenever we get a slow moving card like the 7 of pentacles, which is kind of like that wonderful patience cards, it tells us that there's this, things slow down in order for stuff to happen, for work to be done. But I also got these 2 cards, which again, we've got the shadow, which is devil card, Capricorn, Saturn energy, shaking and rattling of cages, that we have our heart in. And there's a lot of mindsets that have to change around things with them because this is what's happening. If all of that happens, then the 8 of flames is this movement forward. It does move things forward. It does move things, with the eight of wands. But and then things speed up, but it takes this work, which, when we do the work we get the reward. But I don't know, Anita, I feel like you would do the work. I don't know if you have you feel like me, like I have Capricorn rising. So I see the world through the eyes of Saturn and doing the work and getting the reward and shadow work is like, "Oh yeah, bring it on," not afraid of that. And I kind of feel like you're that way. Like you've got Capricorn type of energy that I'm feeling, but it's like for them, me, not so much. That's why I feel like there can be contact and communication with V in the future, but I just feel like there's a lot of work that would have to happen on their part, and I just don't see that at this point in their life that they're up for the challenge, you know? I know, it's like I feel like you're like, "Let's go," and they're like, "No, I don't want to," and you're like, "Oh, come on." You would be you would be the caterpillar going, "Oh god, we can become butterflies, and it doesn't matter if I have to become caterpillar juice and lose my identity as the caterpillar. I'm gonna be a butterfly. Let's go." And they're like, "It looks like it hurts. It looks like it has a lot of work that has to be done. I want my big leaves. I'm just gonna stay here and be a caterpillar." And you're like, "Oh, come on. Do you know what we could do as butterflies? How far we could go? And where we could go visit," and I just feel like they're more of an anchor, like, like they say, a ball and chain that would slow you down, anchor you down. So, there's a possibility, I feel like it's, 20% possibility that they would, at least this point with their energy, it feels very low. It feels like they will not do things, but that you deserve a butterfly, you know. I have a emoticon I have to show you here. This is emoji that we have for our YouTube members. And there it is. Because it's based on that where um where we have the caterpillar being carried by the butterfly. You never see that. And that's when someone doesn't want to become a butterfly. And the caterpillar goes does caterpillar things, and the butterfly flies off and finds butterfly friends and butterfly people to go do butterfly things with, something that's more in alignment with who you are now. So that's what's coming in, Anita. I know, but hey, butterfly people, here we come. But that's what's coming in. So hang in there, my dear, and thank you for your donation. But I don't feel like it's much is going to happen there. You know, possibility, but all right. So hang in there. All right, and blissful breeze, you are up next, and you want to know, will you get a job offer this month? Let's see what we have that came through here. We've got here the alchemy, which is one of the patience cards. I know. But it is things unfolding, moving step by step here. I do feel here with the 7 of wands, this is, you standing, you being seen, you shining bright. Just be yourself. Any job interviews, anything that you have, be yourself. Don't try to be who you think they want you to be. This is about, the sun does not ask permission to shine. She just shines and shines bright. And if people can't stand it, then too bad. They can get out of the sun, they can put on a big sun hat, whatever it may be, but there's this energy of be true to you and stand tall of who you are. And I feel like when you go in with the confidence of who you are, I feel like this is helps speed things up. But if you're trying to be and, well, this is what they'd want me to be, I feel like someone's looking for you with your personality, with who you are. And if you go in and just be you, this is when you get hired into a job that's going to be a space for you to really blossom because you're going to be you and you don't have to pretend to try to fit into what you think they want. They're just going to be like, "Oh my God, we love you. Be you. We need you. We need this excitement. We need this flair," or whatever. And I like that. So there is a possibility here with that tempering, with it going back and forth, but it's all about expressing you. If you express yourself, you do. If you don't, then it gets delayed because I feel like a big piece of what you're learning is to be true to your authentic self and not try to fit in to everyone else's. So, yeah, yeah. So what I just said there. Okay, very good. Sorry, I just saw what you. I just scrolled down and saw what you said down there. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You are very welcome. So do it, do it, do it. All right. So many blessings, blissful, and then die baby 777. Whatever comes out. Let's see. What does spirit want you to know right now? All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, there's definitely this energy here of being aware of where you're focusing your energy. I feel like you've gotten this, but be aware of where you're focusing your energy. You've got the two of flames here, but you also have the other major arcana two, which is the high priestess. And she is about when we focus on the higher things of the higher self, unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude. That's what expands and grows. And wherever you focus your energy, you're in this place in your life right now. Planets must be in alignment with your birth chart with this Knight of Wands because this is saying like whatever you focus your energy on, it comes in fast and furious, just where things are drawn to us. Whatever we focus on, we draw to us. But I feel with all of this, they're saying be aware of where you're focusing your energy, especially over these next 2 weeks, because it is a heightened time of manifestation where zoom, 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 things come to you very quickly. So if you're focusing on a lower vibration, zap, it comes in fast. But the good news is that if you change your focus to something else, then that falls away and the other thing comes in. So as fast as stuff comes in, it can also go away with your change of where your focus is. So I like that for you. A very empowering time of manifestation. So go, go, go for it. All right. And that's what they have for you right now, Dai Baby. So many blessings to you. And then Daijona, shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. I love how your name appears in green. I know I say it, but I want to give a shout out because it's of individuals, members like you, that I'm able to offer free readings. Otherwise, I'd be having this full-time job somewhere and exhausted like probably most of you. I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you very much. Let's see here. So you'd like a general reading. Let's see, what does spirit wants you to know right now? All right. So you have the alchemy card, which is the temperance card, which the going back and forth between the two cups, there's this transformation, and the cups is emotion. And we've got the Knight of Cups here, which is movement of emotion. So I feel like their energy, what they're talking to you about here is there's been this transformation. There's been, this moving of energy that's been going on, this emotional energy. And you're starting to, we've been patiently waiting for stuff to flow here emotionally. And I feel like it's both like clogs that we've had in our emotional pipeline have been clearing, making space for new emotion to come in. Could be love if that's what you're looking for, but definitely making space for fresh new emotion to come into your life. And I like this because it's been something that you've been waiting and waiting on and learning patience through. And now it's like things are starting to flow for you here emotionally, and I like it. Again, clogs are clearing, making space for new things coming in, love, friendships, best friendships, even some, and I think you've gotten some before where you were, because they're showing me Eight of Cups in my head where it's moving of relation, like ending of friendships, acquaintances, relationships that were those that you gave a lot of energy into that they didn't give a whole lot back, and it's always been that way. It's not like this healthy relationship where it's give and take and, at times there's or give and receive, I guess is a good word, where sometimes I need 70%, and I only can give you 30, and other times I give you 70 and you only can give me 30. That's okay, but if I'm the one always giving 70, you're only giving 30, those are the ones chop chop, and all that energy is coming back, but it's been making the space for these new friendships, new relationships, even with family, cutting off or not cutting off, but stopping investing your energy in some people, and you were able to invest it in others, and you're starting to see the changes in those relationships and friendships. So I like it. And that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you, Dijona. All right. And I do have another donation coming in. Thank you so much, Lizea. Many blessings to you. And we give your donation some love there. And you want to know, what does W feel and think of you currently? All right, let's take a look here. Feelings first, all right? And then what's the thinking? One card? Okay. I was gonna say, just one card of thinking? Let's see, anything else? All right. No, none of those. And what do we got on the bottom here? Okay. So let's take a look here. So first we had the feelings, right? Yep. So what do we got with the feelings? Well, Dajana, here's the 8 of cups that I saw come through here. So I like this for you, Lizea, because we've got this, feelings, the cups. There is movement away from old emotions that don't serve them. And there's this movement because over the hill here, over the dune, is the 9 of cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. And there is this change of um, the energy here. The passion that they felt here is is transforming into emotion, which is nice. When we meet people, usually it's attraction, it's a spark. It's not love at first sight, it's passion, right? And attraction at first sight. And then we learn to love as the fire burns down a little bit. And you've had this fire, because they did see you and they had this attraction here with the Queen of Wands, so they saw you as this very passionate, fiery individual. And so there's this great energy here, and they do see you this way of, there's this divine spark, this attraction. So they do have an energetic and physical attraction here. But with the 5 of flames, that's transforming and it's bringing in this here too. So, oh, oh, yeah. So this is the one you asked about earlier. If you didn't catch it earlier, I did end up answering questions from this morning in a previous video earlier. So I remember now. They set you up, and I think you guys had one date or something, but we did look into that, and that makes sense. And, they're thinking, you got they're thinking there's equal attraction here with the 6 of flames, 3, um, 3, wands on each side, represents that, there as well. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. And you got the 4 of crystals here, which makes sense with them being, it almost feels like their family almost. Not like in a weird way. You'd be like, "What?" That it's your, a friend of yours, boyfriend's cousin. It's like you kind of feel like, well, we're kind of related in a way, because there's this sense of home and safety here, I feel, between the 2 of you here with the 4 of pentacles. And so that's cool that there's this safety, this, um, this energy that's between the 2 of you here. And you also have the World card, which is ascension, and there's this, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventure. And that's why I feel like, um, just everything about this is different than what you've normally done before. I almost feel like you've never been like set up before, right? Oh, Yeah, and it is. It just feels like, "Ooh, careful. Oh my gosh, it's dangerous in there, right? Don't go in there." And I'm like, "You don't wanna go in this mine." But I do, I feel like it's like like, you've never been set up before, especially by, like, your friend, and you've got this, it's just like, this isn't normal, and it feels good because I kind of feel like, you're just tired of the same old, and so I really like this, and there I saw this too on the bottom of the deck, this karma, and with this, judgment card is this calling higher, but this it makes me feel like this is a past life connection too, like you guys have known each other before. Yeah, and, like, there's something deeper. It's like it just goes beyond this life, it just feels something way, way down deep inside. There's this connection, and it is a past life connection that you guys had before, and that's why there's this familiarity that you guys have with that card. And then you've got the divine justice card here with, they usually do they have they don't have the ace of swords. Usually they have the ace of swords. And there's this balancing out of thought and belief and mindset, which I like coming in here too with their thinking, because that the swords is the suit of thinking and thought and mindset and belief. And I like that it just feels, again, that feeling of home and safety. It just allows you to guys to have like this true communication. And I don't feel like there's like this need to impress, if that makes sense. And it's just like, hey, you're having like real communication, not playing games, people playing games or whatever. There's this truth that comes in here. Right? It's like, this ain't right, right? But I love it because there's this truth cutting through everything, and it feels like, I don't know why your spirit guides would say this is like, it's like an adult relationship. I almost feel like you're like, "Why do I keep dating children?" And you're like, "Wow, I feel like I'm, like, hanging out with an adult." Which I like, because there is this, you know, I don't know, it just feels mature, it feels real, right? You know exactly why? Okay. I'm glad you get it. But so I like that, and that's their thoughts too. It feels like they're a lot on the same page. Alright. Right, you're like, "Mature? Wow." So I'm happy for you, and it is, it feels very I don't know, it feels real. There's a realness to it, and, um and that's what I feel like you both feel for each other too. When you're asking, what do they feel and think of you? They're like, "Wow, you're just real. You're you. I don't have to, like, guess and wonder," and I like how you both did background checks on each other, you know, because you already know, there's already knowledge. It's like, well, you probably already heard about me, so I can't make anything up. I might as well just be me, because your cousin already busted you out, and her boyfriend already busted them out to you. You're like, yep. So there you go. You're like, I know about you, so it better match up because I will know. But I don't even feel like there's that kind of energy. I just feel like you're just like, cool. I like it. Yeah. And so I like this. I like this realness, and that they already have gone through the friend filter. Like I said, the background check. The friend was like, "I wouldn't would I introduce anybody to you that I don't think is worthy of you? No." And so I like this. So that is what they have for you, Lizzie. I like it, but definitely check out that other one because it felt very positive vibes on the previous reading, as well, I believe, if I'm remembering. I did so many, but I think it is. But yeah, be sure to check that out. Um, you you are very welcome. I like it when they're crazy accurate. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for your donation. It helps me continue to do this. This is my dream, so thank you so much. All right, so enjoy, and then we have another donation. A, thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love there. Good evening to you. Anyone, or is there someone in particular that's interested in you romantically? Ooh, if so, can we describe who they are? All right, let's take a look here. See what is spirit willing to reveal to you right now. So, first of all, is there someone that's romantically? All right. And then what can we know about them? All right. Well, let's take a look here and see who these individuals are. I feel like there's more than one. You've got the Seven of Chalices, the Seven of Cups. So I feel like there are a couple that are on the steps here. There's at different stages. There's other people interested. There's, romantic and stuff. And you're like, why are they speaking up? I know, but let's take a look. They gave me two of the individuals, and maybe that will identify who they are here. Um, wow. Well, this one here, I feel like you've known them for a while because this Eight of Pentacles means they've been putting in time with you, and it does. They have this desire of, like, they just feel like they've got this big crush at least, but it's just this emotional. The Ten of Cups is full and overflowing, so a lot of emotion for you here. And it could be someone that, I don't know if someone's gone away to school, or because the Eight of Pentacles is someone school wise, that has done studying, and it could be other things, but they're really zeroing in. So I don't know if there was someone that you knew had a crush on you, or that you was mutual, but they went away to school or something. I feel like that they might be coming back into your life. Maybe they're finally finishing up school or something. But I feel like there's this. It's someone that in higher education that went for higher education. They had to go away for it, which took them away. And whatever they were doing, it took, like, I feel like they had like zero time for anything besides like work study program and studying and everything else. But I feel like this is headed coming this way. Let me see who this other one is here for you. And yeah. Well, this one, I don't really know. I don't think you will this one will be on your radar at all, because the Nine of Pentacles tells me they're really a hermit, very much an introvert. Maybe you will know who they are, but they have this, when you get to know them, very magical, with the Magician here. Very they will, um it's almost like out of nowhere, they will just go boom and just ignite, and because we've also have the Seeker of Flames, which is new passion. And so I feel like that you're not aware of this. You might be aware of, like, yeah, there's this person that they're so shy and they're so reserved, but they've got a lot of passion and stuff that, you know, um, once they make themselves known, they it's like this oneness kicks in here with, like, the Magician card here, where they are just like, they don't have like a lot of friends, but they will be with, yeah. um but there's this, but this one's the quiet one, where they will just, you know you will be, they'll love, they will force themselves to go out into, public settings with groups, but they'd much rather be with you alone, kind of energy, like best friend. They'd like to be a best friend, but best friend sleeping over, type of thing. They don't like having a group of their friends, and then they have, like, a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever they like, them to be their best friend, and that they go and do stuff together type of thing. So, that's the other person here. So you definitely have some here. But, yeah, this other person and maybe it was work. The 8 of crystals can be, someone who's putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. It's the apprentice who becomes the master, the, a student who graduates, someone assistant manager becomes a manager. So if it's someone, if there's work wise someone like that, that had to go away for work or something too, that could apply. But I really felt it was like schooling, something like that. Or if there was anyone even in high school that moved away, that could also apply here. But I feel like those are the ones they want you to know about, but that there are individuals, there's a couple, and there's other people that are interested, but like I said, they're at different stages. But I really feel this one really, is smitten by you, but they're very shy. They it's gonna take them a little bit to speak up, but yeah, even in high school that moved away or something, I don't know, it felt very, very, like I would think that you would know about him, or that friends would know about him, if that makes sense. But, yeah, but that's who's coming through right now for you, eh? So, you're like, "Ooh, the mystery." The Nancy Drew mysteries. Now you get to go do the sleuth, right? Find out who is this? Who is this that has a crush? Well, the student one, I don't feel like you kept in touch when they went away, but I feel like they're moving back. The other one, I feel like the introverted, quiet one, I feel like you interact with them, but because they're so shy, they're the quiet one in a group, either at work or something like that, where, it's like someone that when they come around, they bring a friend, and the friend is always, they're like quiet and they're like, "Hi," but they're just taking in everything. You're like, "Oh, boo doo boo doo boo boo." But those are the ones right now that they want you to know about. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Moonlight, let me give your donation some love here. Thank you for your donation. And you'd like a general reading. See, what does Spirit want you to know right now? What would Spirit like to reveal to you? All right. All right. Let's see what we have here. All right. And these two. Okay. And then what's on the other side here? Okay. So you've got like this balancing message going on here with these three cards. So you've got on one side, you've got the three of chalices, the three of cups, which represents joy and celebration, but this also represents community, like your tribe, if that you know, of individuals. And you've got here's the 8 of pentacles that's popping out again here, which does have to do with movement out in the outside world. And you've got the seeker of chalices, which is the page of cups. So there is this kind of um unfolding of things here. And what I mean by that is it's like first you have this connection to your spiritual, I guess you can call it your entourage of all these individuals, your spirit team, that you're becoming more familiar with, and your spirit guides are drawing up and they're wanting this relationship with you. But that energy also flows out into the world, where if you don't have like two best friend kind of energies, they're coming in here. And this is part of that opening up and the vulnerability. And these are kind of like 2 peas in a pod, which will like you become 3 peas in a pod where you guys just very similar, you get along, you don't have to explain things to one another, and you really get it. So if they're not in your life, you will have it. If you have it in your life, then that's part of the process here, because after that, then that's where, you've been doing the work on yourself as far as putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, which means there's this movement happening in the outside world. Because then here, this Page of Cups brings in a new love if you are not with someone right now. If you are with someone, then it just heightens, takes love to the next level. But there is this expansion of love that is happening in your life because of this inner work you've been doing with that Eight of Pentacles. And I like it because it's been taking some time. You're like, "You ain't kidding," right? And we've got the alchemy here. This is the Temperance card, which is the going back and forth and back and forth. Things have been growing and things have been unfolding. And the Two of Flames shows that you have also been learning during this time that whatever you focus your energy on is what grows. Wherever you're looking, whatever your focus is, that's what you draw to you. And I feel like this has been this Eight of Pentacles and this energy coming in, that it has been this, um, well, what a year you've had, right? It just feels like so much energy that you've been doing. And well, this kind of sums it up here too. We've got this the Hermit card that's coming in here, which is this inner journey that you've been, and you might have even been feeling like somewhat in solitary confinement. But it was by choice because you've been really focusing on your relationship with spirit, and here comes the reward for it. The 10 here of the Wheel of Fortune is that, like that Eight of Pentacles, things are turning. The wheels of fate are turning and bringing things forward and bringing people to you and doing that. So I really like this energy coming in here for you, and I really like that. This I don't know. It's just been quite a journey this year, but you're in the harvest stage of so much of this, all this effort and all this learning, all this growing you've been doing. You're starting to see the results of it by, like I said, the expansion of heart love and in all sorts of ways, your relationship up above, your relationship with close individuals, and all of that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, well, that definitely makes sense here with all of your all this inner, uh, like I said, the hermitness there for sure. Wow, okay. Wow, 7-year journey. Yeah. Well, here comes this 8th year. This 8 of crystals shows this movement here, and I love what you're learning, and the Wheel of Fortune shows things are about to unfold where it even your humans on board with what happens, because the Wheel of Fortune says everything that happens in our life does happen for us, you know, but sometimes our human is like, "How is that for me?" But this is that with everything that's unfolding and all of this fruition that's coming, it definitely does bring here this energy of reward and abundance, but definitely expansion of heart. So I love that you have two best friends. So that means here they come. I feel like that the closeness with them is going to expand as well. And then there's other stuff that unfolds through all of that as well. So I like this for you. But that's what's coming in right now, Moonlight. So many blessings to you. Much love to you, and hang in there. We send lots of love to your to your son who's been in that semi-conscious coma. Mm, yeah. All right. And you lost a daughter to COVID in 2021. Yeah. I feel like your daughter does want to bring you a message here, um, as well. Where are we going? Okay. Oh, we're going to the Healing Spirits Oracle. Let's take a look here. You're like, this is what I've been doing. It says go within, and let me see if I can get this to focus in here so you can see it a little better here. Oh wow, and there's a big face here too. It says go within, card number 48. I think it was 48. Okay, yeah. I think I just went flying by it. Here we go. So the message from your daughter from the other side, she says, no matter how much you have learned or how much you are seen to be the trusted one that others go to for help and guidance, you must always remember to give something back to yourself. Oh, guardian spirits are telling you that you are also a sentient being, and as such, you will at times require regeneration from the healing powers of the universe. Meditation is good for mind and soul, and allowing yourself to be still when required will bring balance and contentment, which in turn will create clarity and peace. The inner you is your environment, so remember to treat yourself well. So she's saying, Ma, make sure you're taking care of yourself. But she is always around you, you know. The moment that she left her, withdrew from the human body to be back fully in her amazing, spiritual, powerful self, that she's been next to you every second of every day. And when, your son is um, when he's unconscious, they're hanging out, and she's with him as well. So I love that she's she's just like, Ma, make sure you're taking care of yourself. I'm hearing in uh, I had friends when I was a teenager they were from Jersey. They had these Jersey accents. They were all Ma. That's the tone that she's putting it in, a very Jersey accent. It's funny. But that is what they have for you right now, Moonlight. Hang in there. Sending you lots of love. All right, and loving life. Thank you for your big heart, and thank you for your donation. And I'm giving your donation some love here. Top of the morning to you. So, who is coming towards you in love before the end of this year? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? And to everyone, I haven't gotten down a ton on the free readings yet. Um, Morg, I haven't gotten to yours yet. I know. Let's see if there's anyone else here. All right, focusing, loving life. Who is coming towards you by the end of the year? All right. Well, tell me about them. Okay. And over here. And all right. So I actually feel like you have two. I know, like it goes from 0 to 2. What's up with that, right? But you do with the 3 of wands. I just feel like normally it's you're going a different direction than you thought, but I feel like there's a choice between 2. And I got cards on both of them here, and we'll see who the choice is. So it's like suddenly like, whoa, like bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2 coming in here for you. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, we definitely have this Leo type of energy. You've got the sun coming in here and the star seed, which is the full card 0. represent someone who is very fiery, very fun, very childlike, which the Fool card is someone who doesn't have a whole lot of intention. It's not like someone that comes in and has all these plans of da 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 da, and this is how everything has to go. They're more of a like, um, they'll call you up and go, "Hey, I want to go this. You want to go with me?" And you're just like, "All right." They're more sporadic, spur of the moment, Leo fire energy, that not childishness, but childlikeness and awe of life and excitement. They like to travel. They like to, do things, action, 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 fun, 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 enjoy things, right? Just very high vibration um, individual. You're like, like, stop. I'll take option A. Well, let's take a look over here and see who this one. Well, this one you've got Aquarian energy, which is kind of like dreams come true. And they are, this is the wish fulfillment card. But Aquarian energy, very spur of the moment too, likes to do things differently, very odd Aquarius energy, me. But we've got the 4 of crystals. They have this stable outside world, so they're more stable than the other person, and but they have this feeling of home and safety. And the 5 of flames, there, I feel like with this one there might be a little bit of conflict in the beginning that comes in with them. And but it's one of those where it's like you kind of need someone to that isn't a doormat, right? Someone that stands their ground and can hold their own, You're like, I can respect that. And I almost feel like this would be a situation where you kind of are going back and forth, well, blah blah blah, well, blah blah blah, well, blah blah blah, and someone walks by and goes, "Just get a room already," because they can feel the tension. But it's that, they appreciate that you stand up for yourself, and you're like, you can be passionate, and them too, right? And so I'm like, what are you gonna do with these two here? Yeah, and you do have the 4 of flames underneath the card here. You go from the 3 of flames to the 4 of flames, joy, celebration, and I feel like the one of these loves turns into marriage. It's the marriage card. I mean, sorry, it's the marriage card, the 4 of flames. And so I feel like you meet them, and I feel like you have 2 people come in here. I know, right? Woot woot. So they're definitely, like, I feel like you have 2 that come in here, and it's like, gosh, if I could just combine them together. But, uh but it's not that that's we don't allow that in your state yet. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're like, "Huh." But it's okay. I feel like you meet them both, and it does, I feel like one of them. I feel like the stable Aquarian feel like home type of energy. They would be the one that would be willing to like have marriage. I feel like the Leo sun is like they don't want to be tied down. The lion does not want to be caged. So it's like, well, what do I want, right? It's like, hmm, 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 hmm. So what a predicament. It's such a tough life. But that's what's coming in for you, loving life, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right, and again, thank you for your donation. All right, and Supernova, thank you so much for your dual donation. Let me give your first one some love here. You're very welcome for yesterday's messages. I love those. And so number 1, yeah, you'll check in at your end. All right. Can't wait. So, Supernova, number 1 question. How deeply do you feel emotions? How positive and lower affect you energy wise? All right. Yeah, let's take a look here. So, let's take a look. How deeply, all right. And then they want that. And then higher and lower. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. So the, um you've got the 6 of flames and you've got the star card here. So, it's interesting because I feel like when we're talking about emotion, they're wanting to separate the 2 out and go realize that emotion, like emotions we feel is different from our passion and our energy. This energy, because I feel like you feel these so much closely together that they almost feel like one, where the passion, the drive, the excitement, this energy is different from an emotional. You feel them differently. Energy you feel down here in your solar plexus chakra, the 6 of wands, but then emotion you will feel in your heart, right? In this heart area. So your heart chakra is where you'll feel the emotion, and the solar plexus and lower the 3 lower chakras is where you feel the passion. So you can kind of feel it differently in your body, okay? So how you feel emotion, you feel it in your heart, but what's interesting with you getting the star card here, Aquarius energy, and Aquarians are water bearers. They carry emotion, but we can be accused of, depending on the rest of our chart. But like I'm a Aquarius sun, and in my life, I have been accused of not having emotion, um, because in situations that require emotion, uh, I I can, what do you call it? Like compartmentalize emotion, which is what the star card does. You're an Aquarius moon, so perfect. Well, that makes sense. So, so perfect because what Aquarians are water bearers, but they're air signs. And people think, oh, Aquarians must be water signs. No, we carry water in containers. We're able to put emotion in containers and contain it. And that's why a lot of times Aquarians are the ones that in emergency situations can step up and calmly make decisions and guide things, because they're able just to keep the emotion with a lid on it, on in the pot, on the water bearer's pot, right? And so you might feel like, well, sometimes I don't feel like I'm feeling emotion, but you definitely have it there because you've got the 10 of cups. You have tons of emotion. And we do. Like I have a ton of water in my rest of my chart, but my CEO is Aquarius. It rules everything. And for you, the Aquarius rules your emotions. So you have a lot of emotion that is experienced, but you're able to put it into compartments like Tupperware, where you can put it on and even burp it, and you keep it in a little refrigerator, keeps all the emotions fresh, but you're able to set it aside and to when you are, I feel like you feel your emotion more when you're by yourself, and that's okay because, and that's what how you're designed with your Aquarius moon. You also will approach emotion very differently than a lot of people because of your Aquarius. Uranus is the odd, different, shocking, different ways of looking at things, right? So it's okay. It's okay for that to be that way. So you do feel your emotions deeply, very deeply when you're alone, but when you're around everyone else, you you have this your emotion that you have in your heart is more guided to caring about others. That's this Aquarius help save the world and transform the world energy. It's like when other people are around, you put your emotion into the pot and put it to the side, going, "All right, how's everyone else doing?" And then after you're done and you're by yourself, then you open back up and go, "All right, stick your finger in it and what emotion am I feeling today in this moment?" And you do that, but that's where that energy comes in. But you definitely have a lot of emotion, and this is this full emotion, and that's how you deal with that. And, speaking of like the passions, you also are able to, you know, focus your passion when you're ready for it. So you master your emotion. And are you a fire sign? I think you're a fire sign, aren't you? A Leo. So that would make sense with this mastering emotion. I mean, mastering the fire and the flame, because if you're a fire sign, your CEO rules over passion, but your emotional ruler, yeah, Leo sun, yeah. So that makes sense. So you're able to really have this passion that you feel in the solar plexus and the lower, but then you're also, when you're ready, you can open up your heart too. So I like all that. Um, and you know, it feels like here with the Wheel of Fortune that when we ask how do positive and lower affect you energy wise, I don't feel like they affect you differently. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, you make the best of it in either case. And it's like you use the positive energy to ignite passion and to move your fire, and the lower vibrational energy, you use it to feel the deep, deep low when you're alone. In the I feel like you put the lower vibrational energy into the pots, if that makes sense, into the pots, and you and you'll refer back to them later when you can really enjoy them and savor them. It's like, I'm not going to share those with anyone. Those are mine. But I feel like the positive energy you allow it to fill up and overflow, and that's your fire energy. It's like you use your higher vibration to be a sun and shine joy and light. And then the emotion, the lower vibrational, you keep in the little containers in your heart. And those you kind of keep to yourself, but those are the ones that you're going to share with the world, and you're going to express it through your Aquarius moon. And that's where it's what a beautiful, your Leo sun energy that just makes you want to share and be seen and share with the world, and you share all this positiveness, but now you're going to bring your Aquarius moon in and share that in a unique way with the world too. um, so I like it. And I feel like some of your friends and family are gonna be like, "I never knew you felt that way," but you don't tell them with your mouth, like, in words, in conversation. You share it in song, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh," you know? So that's what's coming in. So that is the your first question there. I love it. And then let me give your second donation some love there. Thank you again for your multiple donations here. And number 2 was, what vibration do you operate on, lower or higher? Well, we kinda answer that. Depends on the moment, right? Yeah, I mean, it's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, you almost have to do it in song, right? Um, well, I was gonna say here that you have, like, you publicly operate on higher vibration. In alone time, you bring in it's like you always are working on higher vibration, but when you're alone, you also allow the lower vibration to be experienced. Yeah, again, the Wheel of Fortune. Either way, it's like you're always making the most of your emotion. Like, if I feel like if you're feeling down, you're gonna want to watch a sad movie so you could just cry. And if you're feeling angry, you want to listen to some Rob Zombie. It's just let it out. Um, and if you're happy, you want to play some happy tunes and just experience it, right? Um, and I feel like that's how you, with the 8 of cups, you do, it's like you don't store up all of your lower vibrational emotions. You transform them, and by allowing them to flow, like when we if we bottle them up, then you'll have all it's like they're showing me, if that Aquarian moon energy, if you don't allow it to flow, the lower vibration, then they're showing me like a warehouse full of all these, how in movies, they'll have the containers with the radioactive waste in them. And it's like, the radioactive waste, it's like, unless you, allow yourself to experience them and flow them, play it out in music, sing out in song, you know, watch that movie that makes you sad, listen to that music that makes you angry, scream into a pillow, scream into a canyon, whatever. It's like, it's the importance of, um, not holding on to all that lower vibration. Make sure you take time for that. I feel is what they want to bring in here with that. And we don't always, operate on one vibration. It is the cycles, the ebb and flow, and there's, no right or wrong perfect amount of higher vibration, lower vibration. We come down here to experience all the lower vibration, so that's okay, to experience it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's why we come here. But knowing you always have another choice is also important, to know with that too. So that is what they have for you, Supernova. Yeah, and definitely makes sense here with all of your charts here. Absolutely. I'm glad it allows you to I don't know. I feel like you're figuring yourself out and you're realizing that you're not as weird as you think you are. The Aquarius moon energy though appreciates being weird. I know, you know. You barely have water in your chart. Yeah, but we all have, what's interesting, and this is good for everyone, we have our birth chart. We have all 12 houses, and we all have all 12, zodiac signs in us. Like if we have a house that doesn't have any planets in it, we still have a piece of it. It's like, all of it has all of this, energy that, comes in, right? We've got all this energy of all 12 zodiac signs. It's like the base soup. We all have it. And then there's extra added stuff in. And when we have a planet or, aspect or something in there, that just adds extra stuff to the soup that makes us unique and different. So, when we have a lot of water, it's, it has a lot of stuff in there, and so it's like, yeah, we all are part of everything. We just have extra added stuff for our adventure that we wanted. It's like we all get the same vacation package, standard vacation package, and then we all purchase add-ons. I want scuba diving and horseback riding and the luau, and other people are like, "Oh, no, I want that. I just want the bungalow by the pool. I'm gonna be by the pool all day." Other people, "I wanna do the helicopter ride," whatever it is. We have add-ons. Yeah, very cool. All right, so thank you so much again, Supernova. I appreciate your questions. I love diving to your life there. All right. And then Asuna-san, let me give your donation some love. Thank you so much for your donation. You're welcome, Nova. Supa Nova. All right, Asuna, you want to know fairies' feelings towards you. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Oh, just those. All right. Anything on the bottom? All right. So let's see what's going on in the heart of fairy. All right. And what is this over here? All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So there is definitely emotion that's flowing here below the surface. Um, are they aware of it? Yeah, I do feel they're aware of it here. And I think you probably are aware of this special connection. I'm just going to start off with the karma card here, which is the judgment card. But it's usually our higher self calling us to this higher place, but I feel the energy of this coming in of being like a past life connection, where you feel like there's just this uniqueness to this connection you have with them that goes beyond even this life. It's just like you feel like it's such a deep, like there's something down there in my soul that just is connected to them, and I don't know what this is. And it's because it is past life connections that are there, and that's why I feel like they recognize it because they're just like, "What is this? What's going on here? Why do I have this draw to them? Where's this coming from?" And I like that. Because you do have the Queen of Swords, balancing of heart and mind, and we've got the Knight of Cups, movement of emotion. So again, they're aware of this emotion that's flowing in here. There is this love that's flowing here. But I feel like they are a big thinker with, this Queen of Swords here. And so it's like their heart keeps their mind keeps their heart kind of contained in a little cage. It doesn't It's like it keeps it on a leash. It doesn't let it just go over where it wants to go. No, 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 come back here. And it's because they've had some pain in the past. We've got the 8 of chalices here, and we've also got the 8 of crystals. So they've been doing a lot of inner work on themselves. So and this is also why their mind is kind of keeping them restricted a bit and not acting upon their emotions because they're in the process of doing this inner work, letting go of emotions, relationships, things that don't serve them anymore, so that they can have this movement forward in life. Both of these eights are good because this is flow, and this inner journey that they're on is moving, and it's moving in a significant way. So I like that that represents them doing having a lot of progress in that area. They also have the Ace of Orbs, which is the um, Ace of Swords, which the Queen holds here, which does allow them to see things from a higher perspective. And it also represents, in addition to them cutting away emotions that don't serve, they're also cutting away a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve them any longer as well. So they have this emotion, they have this love that's flowing within them, and emotion that's flowing within them. And I don't see any wands here of the passion of the movement yet. And I feel like that's because they're trying to get this, it's like they're trying to get rid of the baggage so that they don't bring it into anything else with anyone else. And so even though they're aware of their emotion, I feel like they're putting it on pause while they, transform and do these things and have this movement away from things. And it's kind of like they're decluttering their heart and their mind to make space for something new. And they don't want the new furniture to arrive until the old furniture is moved out. So I feel like that's a big piece of what's coming in here. But definitely there's love there and that connection. So if you, I feel like you should feel that. I don't know how you can't with this energy that is coming through with that, you know, karma, past life connection energy that comes in there. So I like that for you, Asuna, and give it some time. I feel like by the end of the year that they'll have some stuff figured out, which is only 6 weeks away, right? Can you believe it? 6, 7 weeks will be in 2024. But yeah, I don't see any action on it yet. But it's definitely there. So hopefully that helps, Asuna. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So they're like, "Okay." So they're acting on that interest, and yeah, and I just wanted a clarification, and yeah, they definitely have that with the 2 of Cups. They definitely see this as a possibility, but they are working on here. Again, this came out with us walking away from the old to make room for the new. So I like it. Which is good. We really don't want someone bringing their baggage. It's like, Yeah, leave that out. You are very welcome, and thank you for your donation as well. Much appreciated. All right, I think that was all of my donations for now. So we'll scroll back up, and we left off with new love. Let me just grab a drink of my tea here. All right. So, new love. Hello, hello. So, if you place the B on another spot that you haven't said before, will A and her companion go there to the new spot? All right, let's take a look here. I only have one card coming out, and it's the Five of Cups. And I just feel like with this emotion and this five, it's this adaptive love energy. And I don't know. It just feels like no matter where you put it, that they'll go to that spot because that's what they'll adapt to, finding this wherever with this. So I feel like it just always they will always find a place because this Two of Cups is the companions, right? And the Five of Cups is even though the thing's spilt, they still will find a space, a place here for their love there. So, I just feel like it doesn't matter. They will always this is what I'm hearing with that card is, it doesn't matter, we will always go to the new spot. So, hopefully that makes sense to you. But it's like they will always find it. So, there you go. So, hopefully that helps, new love. And new love, we did that. So, Felicia, you are up next. Hello, hello. And thanks for always mentioning about the thumbs up. I appreciate everyone that gives the video a thumbs up because it does help spread the Zen love. And it's something that you can do for free. And you're part of the Love Tsunami. You help spread the Zen love. So, thank you guys so much for doing that. And you want to get clarification on what the choices are about that you need to make in November. So let's see, what area of your life will this be about? Let's see what at least one of the decisions here. All right. Okay. Well, the first card that came out is the Two of Cups, which is emotional choices. And it can be about friendships, it can be about romance. Um, you know, I feel like it's more friends and family and those types of things coming in here. It can be romantic though. You might have these choices that you need to make. And you got the Three of Pentacles, which is about you being true to your authentic self, not trying to be who you think someone wants you to be. And the Six of Crystals too, which we've talked about with my Take 10 with Zen episode 5 about the out of balance giving and receiving. And I feel like one of the choices that comes in is this friendships, romance, whatever these partnerships are, there's this choice you have to make about being true to the authentic you, not feeling like you have to change for people to be able to like you and love you and want to be friends or connect with you or accept you or love you. And it's like, you know what? I got to be me. And I love the choices. This is one of the kind of themes of choices is uh, needing to be true to you, the true you, not who you've been told you're supposed to be, should be, need to be. And I feel like this is what these choices are, is like, everyone has ideas of what you should do, need to do, have to do, and not do, and blah blah blah. But it's your life, and I feel like this is such an important place of standing for yourself, and these choices that come up. um One has to do with friendships and all that, and I feel like this is where it starts off of who you can be friends with, who you don't wanna be friends with, who you don't wanna be romantically involved with or interact with or connect with, that you get to choose, and it's like, "Well, I don't wanna hurt someone's feelings, so I will lead them on." Not lead them on, but I won't, like, tell them no in a really, we'll say, "Well, maybe," when we really mean, "There is no way in hell I'm gonna do it." But we'll say, "Well, let's see, I'll think about it." It's like, let your no be no and your yes be yes, and choose for you. And I feel like this has to do with this dating and friends, and so it's all relationship oriented with those. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. So that's one area of November that's coming in there. So hopefully that helps. And supernova. Oh, Uranus and Pisces. Yeah, so you definitely have this way of looking at things differently with spirituality too. I like that. All right. And then Daisy. Hello, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. You are up. Hey. So I am having a great day. And you want to know what does, I hope you're having a great day too. Sorry. But what does Spirit want you to know for the few weeks ahead? Love and light to you too. You also got nominated to be in your school's psychology honors program. Ooh la la. They only let crazy people into that, right? I'm just kidding. Bada bunk. Because you don't say crazy in psychology. That's not politically correct. You still have to fill out the application first, step by step. Well, congratulations. I am excited for you. Let's see here what they want you to know about the few weeks ahead. All right. So you got 3 cards, and I feel like few is 3, so these are 3 weeks. So your first week, you have this new excitement and this new passion, this energy coming in. I don't feel like it's passion with another person, you just have this energy that's just coming up out of nowhere, and, I just feel like you have this excitement. It feels like just all this planetary energy that's igniting. And we do have a Scorpio new moon on Monday. And I feel like this next week, you just really ignite with this Scorpio sassy, stingy energy. And you just have this sassiness that's just flowing out of you the first week. The second week, you've got the Seeker of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups, which is new emotion that's rising up too. So I like this. It feels like you've got your lower 3 chakras that are activating your root, your sacral, your solar plexus. And so that first week with all that fire energy, you've got all that going on, but it moves up into your heart center. And then you just have this week of just feeling like you're walking on air. It's like one of those mornings when you wake up and you just feel loved. And I like this. I don't feel like it has to do with anyone in particular, like a relationship or whatever. I just feel like there's this energy that's happening here. And then the third week, you have this energy of home with the Four of Crystals, the Four of Pentacles, solid foundation in the outside world. But, it just feels homey, and I like this. I don't know if you're going home in 3 weeks to visit or something. That could be. But I feel like it just feels like this safe and secure place where even your inner child just feels like they're in this wonderful safe zone. So I really love this for you. It just feels like next week is a week of activity and excitement and sass, and then the next week you just feel this warmth in this heart, and you just feel this, and then the third week you just feel, again, it just feels like your inner child is just happy, 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 and feels safe, no fear. It just feels very, I don't know, safe keeps on coming up. You just feel safe. So is that when you're all your all your tests are done? You're like, okay, the fear is gone. I'm done for another semester. But that's what's coming in there for you, Daisy Daisy. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Enjoy your adventure. All right. And hey, Jean Jean. All right. So, Morg in the Void, you'll be the next free reading coming up. But I do have a donation. Hey, Divine Empathic Tarot. Long time no see. Good to see you. Let me give your donation some love here. Thank you. Thank you for that. And you want to know N's current feelings. So he's a Pisces and you are a Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on here. What are their current feelings? All right. What aren't they feeling, right? I know I have a stellium in Pisces, so I tell you, when I was younger, I almost offed myself because of the amount of emotion I was feeling. I'm glad I didn't. But let's take a look here and see what they've got going on here. All right. What do we have with all this? All right. Well, we definitely have some stuff going on here. So the current feelings, we've got the seeker of flames, which is the page of wands, new passion, higher energy that's happening and unfolding here. So they definitely feel this energetic movement that's expanding with them. They feel energetically charged. And so um feel a combo nation. They've got like, I don't know what's going on in their outside world. They got some anger going on towards some stuff in the outside world, not towards you, but towards the world. And it's ignited passion within them though, because they're riled up, but it riles up other stuff within them. We'll leave it at that. um, But we've got this movement. So we do have movement and victory with the chariot card. We've got the ace of swords, the ace of orbs, which is this new way of looking at things. I mean, we've got the adept of crystals, which is the knight of pentacles. So groundedness, but slow movingness and kind of a dual kind of thing going on with them here is they're looking at the search for seeing their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, but it's a slow moving process, right? You're like, "No kidding." But there is movement with their mindset. Even though things are moving slow in the outside world, they got a lot going on the inside. A lot of mental change and choice that's happening, looking at things differently, facing their fears. But and this makes sense with all this anger they're feeling towards the outside world. They've been having their fight or flight kick in quite a bit. Um, I don't know why I feel like they're getting freaked out about political stuff or the state of the world, and they're just kind of like watching too much news. And but there's not too much news. They're watching the perfect amount of news that's bringing up all this stuff for them to look at in their life right now. So, when they're looking at their feelings, just know all of this bubbling is going on within them, and they're figuring some stuff out, which is good because when we cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. I'm not sure which one I said first, but if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to give, it's going to drip out. No matter how much love they want to give me, it's going to drip in. And so there's this important part of their life right now is to get this self-love and self-worth expanded with this Knight of Pentacles, the search, this, changing of thought and belief and all this that allows them this, this worth, this change, eventually towards you. But I feel like, when they only love themselves so little, they don't feel like they're receiving love from people, but they also don't feel like they're able to give love to others either. So it's like they're on this mission to expand their self-love right now. Your human is fine with this. Because you got the King of Pentacles, which is abundance and overflowingness, and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, result is very good here. That the Wheel of Fortune, of course, this the tune of for you. Sorry, just my butt here, falling asleep. All right, there we go. And that's what's happening, right? Their butt is falling asleep. You feel like they've been sitting there for too long, but the Wheel of Fortune tells us, right, that everything does happen for us. sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board with how is that for me? But when the wheel of fortune comes in, the tune of for you comes in, even our human is like, woohoo, this is great. And we like that because it's worth them going through all that before they move towards you, because otherwise, ugh, it's like the Tasmanian devil. It's like, "Oh, don't come while you're being a tornado." I want you to walk up, not be a tornado coming into my life. I want, a nice stability that comes in with that. So, there is emotion there. There is stuff. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the Queen of Flames and the Six of Flames. So there's equal passion here. And, they see you as this bright light, this passionate one. And of course, they sense your empathicness, oh divine empathic tarot. So they sense this about you, and they like this passion, this fire, this energy that you have, and they're attracted to it. They don't have a whole lot of that to offer right now, which is okay. So, it's like, okay, you know, you do you. And while we're waiting, whenever there's like a waiting period, it's, always comes back to us that we can spend our time looking inward and upward, which allows, because the slowness uh, allows us time to raise our love vibration too. And so while we're waiting on other people, we're like, okay, well, what can I look at for me? And while we're in the waiting room, that just brings things, in faster too. Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense. So you're like, "Oh, okay, okay." If you're interested in something with them, then you're like, "Yeah, they gotta clean out that attic first." Their attic and their basement, right? Yeah, and gotta figure some stuff out. But I like this for you. That's what they have right now for you, Divine Empathic Tarot. So, that's what's going on. And again, thank you for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. You're so sweet. So you are welcome. Wah, you're fiend. I love it. I haven't heard that in a while. Thanks for that. Always makes me chuckle. All right. So Supernova, you've been told you're musically inclined. What are the aspects that make you musically inclined? Let's take a look here and see. Are you always beating on the wall? Always humming, always singing, always whistling, always, brrr. Let's see here. All right. All right. Well, yeah, we knew that. We knew that. All right. So what makes you musically inclined is you have this destiny. We've talked about your um past lives. Weren't you like a troubadour, and you've always been involved quite a bit in music in different ways throughout many of your lifetimes. So it comes in and as natural because you've got so much history and knowledge that's weaved within your DNA even, but it's all within your so much subconscious stuff that you have a natural inclination to pick up music because you've played it so much in your lifetimes. And so with that Six of Cups makes total sense. Also, the Eight of Wands comes in, which this is messages from spirit, and this movement of energy that comes in too. And we already know that you channel things, and you have this openness to allowing things to flow through you, allowing the spiritual energy and the connection with spirit you have to flow through. So you're cheating, basically, Supernova. You've got all this past life stuff. You got all the cheat sheet notes within your soul, and then spirits helping you too. So, yeah, basically, you're just, you're cheating at being musically inclined. I'm just kidding. But I get punchy towards the Saturday night readings. I'm becoming silly. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the Scorpio moon energy I'm feeling. But you also have here all this is why I said, well, no kidding. You got the page of cups, page of chalices, not sage. So not page sage, which this is the queen of cups. So intuition, your spiritual connection, and how you express, it's just naturally all this emotion that flows through you here. And we always get the 5 of cups here for you, which is the transformation of the lower emotions into the higher, and your power of emotional choice, right? But the inclination that you have towards music has to do with your unique emotional expression. Again, everything we've talked about just builds onto that, from what we've talked about earlier today, on how you can share, powerful higher vibration energy. But when you take one of your Tupperware containers of emotion out of the refrigerator of your Aquarius moon, and you just open it up, people are just like, oh my gosh, what is this? And they it's like when you share your emotion through song, especially lower vibrational energy, um, it moves people because it's um, just so pure, Yeah. And I like this because you do have the world card too, which you're destined to share with the world, but it's about leaving behind old cycles and beginning of new things. And I like this. This natural musical inclination is because of all that from past lives, with spirit helping, and this natural gifts that you have, with your own astrology. It's just this. It's almost like, well, it's not almost. You can't help but be musically inclined, because you're designed to share vibration, and vibration comes through vocal vibration and then other vibrational, you know that's what all it's all sound vibration, right? And that's what, you can, if you go to a zoo and close your eyes, you can hear the birds, you can hear the animals, you can hear everyone communicating through vibration, through vocal vibration, through vibration, right? And that's what comes in. And so this is just, it's like you're just designed for it, and that's where the inclination comes from, because it's just past lives, current, astrology, spirit helping too, because it's part of what you're designed to do, and sharing that emotion. But I love when you when you pop open that Tupperware, people are like, "Ooh, wow, what's that?" Because it's so pure on how you share that, because it's so intimate to you, um, sharing those secret lower vibrational emotions that you don't share with a whole lot of people, but when you share them, it feels like an honor to people, when you share them, because, like I said, it's so raw and pure, because it's like, wow, it's not something that you just do all the time, right? It's feels special, and that's what I feel comes in with all that, if that makes sense. But that's what they have for you right now, Supernova. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your additional donation. I'm excited for your adventure. All right, see where are we at here. So we left off with Morgue in the Void, and I'll be on for about 20 more minutes. We'll see how many we can get through here. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I'll be leaving here in about 20 minutes or so to head over to my Praying Mantis member session. So if you ever want to join my YouTube channel, at $7.99 a month, and it gives you access to every single one of my free sessions, for my uh, YouTube members, for my Praying Mantis level. after every single one of these free readings. And we also on Thursday nights have a 2-hour Q&A where we pull cards, past life readings, what else? We talk about astrology, we pull oracle readings, all sorts of fun stuff. So, uh, and we'll look at that. So let's take a look here. So, Morg in the Void, what is your current, or does your current partner have any regrets how they treated you in the past? So much drama. Uh, you are very welcome. Let's take a look here. Well, it seems to be here, the 3 of swords is heartbreak, disappointment, right? And we've got the knight of swords, which is the change and transformation of thought and belief and mindset. So this does show me that the pain that they saw, that their actions were a that's not the cause, but they were a source of ignition. It's like the button was already there. They just happened to push the button. They do have um I don't know if they could ever regret anything. I don't feel like they regret, but they were sorry that they were the one that pushed the button that ignited the pain within you. Even though if the button wasn't there, and this is their thinking, if the button wasn't there, it wouldn't have done anything. But because that button's connected, when I clicked it, it triggered your emotions inside of you. So they don't take ownership of your emotions because your emotions are your own. But they are like, my apologies, I bumped into the button that activated things. But why do you have that button? That's their kind of approach, right? It's like regret. Well, I didn't do anything wrong. I just happened to bump into the button that activated all that stuff. But why do you have the button out there in the open for people that can bump into it? I'm sorry. They're sorry that you had to feel what you felt, and that them bumping into the button is what started the dominoes rolling inside of you. But they're like, but that's not me. So hopefully that helps. It's just their mentality. Are they an air sign, did you say? That's what's happening, Morgan the Void. So hopefully that makes sense. But I see where they're coming from. um they won't take ownership and or have regret. I almost feel like they have a philosophical belief that everything happens for a reason anyway. But anyway, that's what comes in. Right. So hang in there, Morg. And then Jean XO, hello, hello. You want to ask if we see Leo paying you back the money that he owes you by the end of this month, as well as the underlying energy. Sure. You don't understand. Why is it taking so long? All right. Let's take a look here. What is happening here? Willy, 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 Willy. And what's the energy? Well, we like that energy underneath here. See here, you will see the truth of things with this Hierophant coming in. They're going to give you clarity on what was what was the barrier. You're going to find out. I feel like they're going to share it with you, what happens here. You do have the Magician underneath as the underlying energy, so there is movement here. But I feel like this also tells us here that, the barrier of the Nine of Wands, um, whether they pay you by the end of month or not, is up to your energy, which is where we want it, right? And so I love this manifestation energy that it's kind of like a little experiment. And it's like, okay, so if I focus on what I feel I'm missing, like I don't have this money from them, then I'm telling the universe, I enjoy missing that money. Can you make me miss it longer? Sure, we can do that for you. And you're like, no, that's not really what you want. But how you can switch that energy is, what are you grateful for in this, Leo? You know, you're grateful that they are going to be paying me back in the perfect timing, right? And you release the focus on that it's missing, or that they're failing, or that they're not, um, you know, um, doing what they're supposed to be. They were supposed to have it done by now, but it's like, well, when we switch our energy to gratitude and going, you know what, I'm grateful that I was able to help them, and I'm grateful that they will pay me back, and I'm grateful for the abundance you have, that I'm not in a tough spot. I'm not going to starve because of it, and I'm grateful that you supply my every need. And when you have all that gratitude flowing, that tells the universe, I would like more things to be grateful for. And it's like, one of those things is that they pay you back, right? And you're like, well, thank you. Or you get blessings other ways coming in, where you're like, hey, well, we'll just keep doing this. And the release of this, debt, helps clear things up and allows your energy to flow. Like, when my first ex and I broke up, and um I had co-signed for a car, I know, and I did it with my second relationship too, because I like learning the hard way. But they missed their payment. Like, it's all in my name, right? I'm the one that is, it's all under. They're driving it, and they're like, "I'm not gonna be able to pay you this month. I'm gonna be late." And I'm like, "Ugh, okay." And then they showed up a couple weeks later, and they go, "Well, here's, like, I have a $20, or whatever." But they have their hair is done differently, and they're wearing new clothes, and they had the audacity to tell me, "Oh, look, I got the new CD that came out." This was back then when CDs were the thing. And I'm just like, "So you can't pay for your car, but you can do all this stuff? These are all, like, extras." And they're just like, "Oh, and I was like, I was it was bothering me so much that I was like, "You know what? It's not even bothering you, it's bothering me." So I said, "You know what?" Because I was able to, I was like, "Don't worry." I go, "Just if you're able to start, if you can pay next month's on the 1st, I'm releasing you from that debt, because it's eating me alive." and, and I feel like I want to kill you, and that's not good. And so, it's like the release of it allows things to change. So that's what's coming in. Oh, well, there you go. So, you know, and maybe you don't have to release it with them in person, but you can, release it inside of you. But he is not paying you in spite, because, it's for you. It's for you to learn this, right? So technically, their higher self is doing this for you to help you learn this. This is why that underlying energy is, what I focus on grows and expands. So if I release them from the debt, then the debt is released, and maybe the money comes in, right? And maybe it comes in a different way. Spirit goes, here, I'll give you the money. You can let him go, right? But that's what's coming in for you. So fun, fun, fun. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Queen Bay, thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love here. Thank you so much for your donation. And want to know, oh, your life savings. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Gene? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. If you need help burying the body, just jokes. That's just a joke. In case this video was seen anywhere, that was just a joke. Uh, so, Queen Bee, you want to know, does TJ want a relationship with you and his feelings for you? All right, we'll take a look here. All right. So those just the relationship and feelings. Feelings, 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 feelings. Okay. Let's see here. Relationship. Okay. And feeling. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. um, So we'll look at feelings here. I don't feel like they want a committed like a relationship yet, right? Because we've got the hermit card. They're in this alone, I want to be independent phase right now because they're working on their self-love with the four of chalices. They're looking for this emotional stability first that's coming in here. But as far as their feelings for you, they do have, it's like, oh, so they do have that. Yours is an important relationship with them, and you have a relationship with them. It's just like you want a committed relationship with them, right? And they're not ready for that yet, but they do feel like you're a very important relationship in their life here. We do have the Adept of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. So they'll get there. They're just working through some of their own stuff here. And, with the Three of Wands, it's like they'll take a different direction eventually here. But right now, it's the passion that's important in their life as they work on their inner emotions. Because what happens when someone doesn't have a ton of self-love for themselves, they don't have a whole lot to give. They're giving the only amount of love that they're able to, because we can't give more love than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So when they love themselves this much, they try to give you love, it's drip drip, and you try to give them love, it's just drip drip. But that's what they're doing, is they're working on expanding their self-love so that they can give and receive love in a bigger way. And that's why they're independent right now and not, excuse me, looking to move forward in a committed relationship, because you deserve more and they can't give you what you're wanting yet with that extent of love, even though your relationship is very important to them. It's just because they don't love themselves, so they can't give you more than that. They can give you passion with this Eight of Wands here, um, but they're working on, with the Four of Chalices, you can see here the old love that they would try to get back here with those Three Cups, but here's the Ace of Cups, which is the love from above that they're trying to fill up with, and that's that self-love. And so once they get some of that flowing, then that's when things move forward. But that Adept of Crystals, that Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. So they are on a quest for their worth and increasing their self-worth with that card too. And whenever we get like a slow moving card like that, it means that we're also given the time to raise our love vibration. Because if our vibration is at a lower vibration, we're going to have a lower vibrational relationship full of pain and suffering. Yay, betrayal, anger, sadness, yay. And we've had enough of that, right? So while they're working at raising their love vibration, we continue to work on raising our love vibration, and then we have a higher vibrational relationship when it unfolds. And so something more lovely, right? Full of harmony and peace and unconditional love and joy and laughter instead of right. So that's what's coming in, Queen Bee. But they definitely have those emotions there. And eventually they will, but they have to work on the relationship with themselves first. So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. And love 1234. Hello, hello. And thank you for your donation over there on the Cash App. And so, oh no. Dun 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 dun. Uh, we'll take a look here just to visit, right? They're not coming there to work. You're like, I'd like you to introduce you to your new boss. No, you can run, but you can't hide. Let's take a look here. Are you going to see them? Are you going to see them? All right, let's take a look here. Very good. You know, I you've got the 5 you got the 5 of swords. I feel like this is the battling of your heart and your mind, and you've got this I feel like there's this flame, like you're ready to ignite if you need to. But you've got the emotional choice coming in here. I don't feel like you will. If you do, it'll be from a distance, but I don't feel like they see you. The lover's card here though is the emotional choice, and I feel like it's it's a great awareness to know that, it doesn't matter. I get to choose what emotions I feel, and you know, what are you afraid of, right? That 5 of swords is the battle of the heart and the mind, and, you've got this energy that's coming in, um, with this that it's just like this conflict, this battle. That's why it's buffering because you got this conflict going on. But it's like, what are you fearing? And what's this? Why would you feel the need to defend? Why would you need, what is this? And it's like, well, because you quit, you know, and it's all right, if they see you, um, yeah. But you say you're not afraid, but then why do you care if you see him or not? Because you're afraid. There is a fear down there, otherwise you wouldn't care. But it's like, "Oh, I don't want them to think this. I'm afraid they'll think this, or I'm afraid they'll say that, or I'm afraid what people will think or say or whatever." You know, they're gonna point at you with a crooked finger and go, "Witch! She's a witch!" Yeah, it is based on fear, and I feel like it's the choice of, like, do I need to fear it? And I like it that it's bringing it up because it's like, "What am I fearing?" And it's like, they can't do anything. What is he gonna do, fire you? "Oh, by the way," you know, "Hey, love 1, 2, 3, 4, you can't quit because I fire you." He's gonna yell it across the entire floor for everyone to hear. Nah, you'll be fine. "You can't fire me because I quit." A little rumble, "What is he gonna do? You think he's gonna get you fired?" Uh, that you see them from a distance, but they don't see you. Um, but I feel like the biggest thing is spirit wants you to look at your interaction. What are you fearing? This emotional choice you have. I get to choose how I feel through it. So no matter what they do, I get to choose. They don't get to choose how I feel. They can't do anything to me. You know, what do you think is going to try to do? Get you fired from that job? You think he's there to go, "Oh, watch out for that one. Let me tell you some stories about that one." No. They've already moved on. And I feel like there's someone who holds grudges anyway. But I feel like this is for you to look at that and look at the the flame that's there. It's like the struggle you have, this fear that's battling in your mind, and go, "You know what? I get to transform this, and I get to empower myself, through it," and go, "You know what?" And if you see them and they see you, I mean, play it through your mind. If you see them, you're gonna be just like, "Hey," now you get to see them as a human instead of your old boss. They're just another human, and you can be like, "Hey, hey," and just keep going. And your smile on your face of you being free from where you were at is gonna say everything you need to say. All right. So thank you for your donation and enjoy that. Enjoy your adventure. All right. All right, everybody. Let's see how many. Yeah, I'm not able to get to everyone there. Um, so I'm going to be headed off here to my praying mantis session, and apologies to everyone I didn't get to. If you guys did have, I noticed some familiar questions. If you missed this morning, I didn't get to hardly any of the free readings in the morning session, but I did go back on and there's a second special session where I did complete all the free readings from the morning session. So if you asked anything in the morning and I wasn't able to get to you in this one, be sure to check out that video because there are answers there, and there's a pinned comment in that video of the order in which I read everyone, so you can kind of judge where you're at in the video because it was about an hour or so long video. So, but apologies to the rest of you I wasn't able to get to. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're able to make it, and I wasn't able to get to you now, I usually will about an hour before we'll post an announcement, and you can jump into the chat early and get in line at that point too. So make sure your notification settings are set to all, and then I'll be able to get to that. I mean, you'll be able to see the announcement of the video there. All right, everybody. So, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please remember that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So, until I see you again, have a great rest of your night or day. Enjoy our Scorpio moon that we're in right now, big water moon energy. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you guys take care. We'll see you.